Hey guys, welcome to Living Hot, Wild and Free. My name's Tyler Bryant, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorites of the boreal forest, and that is Spruce-Tip Pesto. Behind us here we have black spruce, and we're coming up on the beginning of June here in central Saskatchewan, and that is the perfect time to go out and pick spruce tips. And what do I mean by a spruce tip is this little guy right here, let the camera focus on there. Entire year's growth right here accumulates to this little guy right there. Now spruce are very plentiful here in Saskatchewan, so it's not as it's species endangered whatsoever. Very, very common. And the spruce tips themselves are actually very tender and can be eaten right off of the tree. Very mild, acidic, kind of a sour. The most comparable food group I could think of right off the bat is a very mild lime, and they're very good. High in vitamin C. They make great teas. They're great just by themselves, really. I mean, honestly, it's very good. But my favorite is making pesto out of them. So that's what I'm going to show in this video, from all the way from picking to the table. And then great pairings with meat, especially trout, also venison, chicken, and they're also good with some classic pesto pasta dishes. And simply just going along, picking, tossing it in the bag. Yeah, it's a very easy, simple way to collect a very bountiful food source. Well, just like that, guys, got about 3 pounds of spruce tips, and it only took me maybe 30 minutes to pick. And it's really easy picking. I mean, you don't have to bend over or anything. So yeah, lots of fun. Only had to donate about a quart of my blood to the local mosquitoes, so I always enjoy supporting my local communities anyways. Yeah guys, yeah, I know. Time to bugger off now. And speaking of buggering off, I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Hey, so we're back in the prairies. As you can see, not many trees behind me. And just needed to pick up some supplies for the rest of the pesto here. And I got all that you need and a little extra. Got some olive oil, some herbs, not the kinds you smoke, the Italiano kind, garlic, and of course our spruce tips. Now, as you can see, these are not fresh anymore. Well, they're fresh frozen.
Fresh frozen?
Yes, sir.
There's no such thing. It's either fresh or it's frozen.
And I like to use these vacuum seal bags. Yeah, no issues with taste or anything like that, especially when you're making pesto. Like if you want them fresh, like on a salad or something like that, yeah, don't freeze them. Making pesto, not a big deal. I find that the vacuum seal bags are the best for flavor, but I've tried it in Ziploc baggies and it's been just fine. Like you do get a little bit of that, freezer taste. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. Freezer taste, you know. Everybody knows what that is. So here's the flavor of olive oil. It's got an Italian name and it was really cheap, so it's got to be good. Again, our spruce tips in the freezer bag. Garlic. Now, fresh garlic or canned garlic. I actually prefer using canned garlic. A, because it's cheap, and B, because I'm lazy. I mean, actually, let's just be honest, it's just because I'm lazy. Some dried herbs. Now, I would go with fresh herbs, but I'm poor. Yeah, and some sunflower seeds. So here's the kicker, is using sunflower seeds. This is what makes this all work, because when you're making regular pesto, you add pine nuts, and that's what gives you, you know, this kind of coniferous flavor. Well, we're already adding kind of a piney coniferous flavor when we're doing the spruce tips. We don't want more of it. I've tried it before with pine nuts. It's not good. It's like way overpowering. The sunflower seeds are just as oily as pine nuts, and they're much more mild, so we have a nice mild nutty flavor that pairs really well with the spruce tips. So that's why we're going with sunflower seeds. It's not just because I'm broke, it's also for the flavor as well. And so I washed this beforehand and then froze it right after washing it. So this is just ready to go right into the Zing Zanger. And you know, I'm a firm believer in not measuring anything and just hoping for the best. Like, I don't know, honestly it just makes me uncomfortable using like measuring cups and like following directions. I'll put the, like, if you're like one of those kinds of people that, you know, like you really need, you're like type A, you need direction, you need to measure things out, like everything's got to be exact, I'll put like, I don't know, like some kind of like, I'll put something together and put it down in the description so you can follow it and do it yourself. But if you're like me, just eyeball it. It's like, put a lot of the spruce in there, take your olive oil, you know, drink a little bit of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, just lather it in there. Honestly, like, why stop? Well, that's too much, but perfect. Perfect. That's definitely gonna fall. I'm just gonna leave it there though. Why not? Wild card. Now this is where things get tricky, is if you put too much garlic in there, you'll have all the Italians in your neighborhood coming over to your house, and you do not want that. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not a good thing. I don't know. It's up to you. Just fair warning though. And herbs, honestly, again, too much of this is like too much of a good thing. What do I have to say it again? Italian party, you know, like, just, it'd be like Jersey Shore.
It's like these people got a beef with Jersey. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
Yeah, I'm honestly just eyeballing it. I'll like come up with numbers, like that honestly makes you feel better. I'll just come up with some numbers and throw it in the description. No, it's not enough. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm being way too conservative. I'm just nervous. Like, I mean, I'm doing this on a rock. I don't know what you expect. Like, I'm just nervous. Sunflower seeds, a handful. I don't know what that is in cubic inches, but something like that. Wait, I forgot an ingredient. Like, one of the most important ingredients, honestly. Hold on. Yeah, no, I went through this big rundown. I know, I'll about guarantee somebody was about to write this in comments, or already did. Just hold your horses. Hold on. Hold them. Parmesan cheese. How did I forget it? I don't know. I'm honestly disappointed in myself. But here it is. I didn't forget it. Like, it's going in there. If I can get it open, I don't know. Pull up my stupidly big knife. And honestly, like, I don't know how you could put too much cheese in there. Like, let's be honest. I don't know how you could do that. Maybe if it was just pure cheese. I mean, he couldn't really call it pesto. But other than that, how could you put too much in there? So yeah, I'm just gonna give her a whirl, let it see how it tastes. If I need to add more, I'll just add more to it. I mean, you know, this isn't rocket appliance. Yeah, so you may be asking yourself, like, well, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, how are you gonna run something that plugs into the wall? Well, I brought the wall to me. Yeah, I have an inverter. Like, no big deal. You know, I'm not bragging. Got an inverter. Like, I made it in life. Whatever, you know. Like, I'm not trying to brag here. I just have one. And it's gonna fall over here, so just hold on. God, don't touch. Don't you cross pass. No. So it's not quite there yet, but I just want to give her the old taste test. Definitely could use more, a little bit more oil. That is, again, way too much. Perfect. And a little bit of this. Alright, just want to make sure the Italians weren't coming.
Yep, they're from Jersey, all right.
Let's go creeping in this town. Don't you talk about my family. Don't you talk about my family.
And maybe a little bit of this. Maybe. A little bit more cheese, because, I mean, why not? And there we go. I don't know what that noise was. That honestly scared me. Yeah, this is pretty much what you're looking for here. Yeah, that is, you know, I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything, but that is just spot on. Give her the old taste test. Oh yeah. Yeah, those sunflower seeds, like, that's the way to do her. It just milds everything out. And honestly, I don't know, I would have a hard time distinguishing between basil pesto and this kind of pesto. Maybe it's just because, like, I'm so used to it now and I don't, like, I can't afford regular pesto, so. But it's really good. Stay tuned. I'm going to cook now my favorite dish with the pesto. A trout that I had caught earlier in the year. Right at the boat. Holy moly. Wow. Right next to the canoe. Whoa. That was crazy. Oh no. The net is just out of reach here. Oh. Woo. He smashed it. He's barely hooked. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him in or not. He is so feisty, and I barely hooked him. Oh no. Come on back. Oh. Oh. Oh man. There we go. Woo. So yeah, I'm going to take that trout, cook it over the fire, stuff it with the pesto, and I got a little surprise for a side dish, and that's coming right now. All right, moving on to dinner. I've got the trout right here. And I can hear Chef Ramsay right now going, "Oh my God, you donkey. You didn't scale it."
Donkey!
Donkey.
And I don't eat the skin, and also the scales on a trout are very tiny. So I just don't scale my trout. I just don't do it. I refuse. And so inside that cavity that I washed out, I take the pesto, really good amounts, like, you know, why be skimpy on the pesto? Right inside the cavity here. And that's it. I take some snare wire. If you ask a Walmart employee, this is just picture wire. Cooking twine, whatever. It all works. This is just what I had in my truck. And so I have the pesto inside the trout. And I just take that wire and we try getting that into the camera here and just sealing it off. There we go. See how this skin's overlapping like that? Probably do one right here and maybe one towards the tail fin right here. So 3 all together. That should hold her nice and tight. All right, so before I put her on the fire, I'm just gonna put some olive oil on there. And something to keep in mind, that olive oil has a really low boiling point, which means that it just burns at lower temperatures. So with this fire, it's actually too hot for olive oil. But I didn't bring any like lard or anything out. So we're just gonna, you know, be cautious about it, but you know, you wanna get it all over the outside just to help with non-sticking and such. Are you chasing all those field mice around? You are? Whoa. Well, that's cool. Yeah, you having fun? Well, it's dinner time. Are you serious? I don't know about that. You think so? Yeah, I think you're right. All right. Here is the surprise. Supposedly, my mother did some canning and she sent me some canned tomatoes. I haven't opened up the package. Maybe they're all broken. I don't know. So we're gonna find out here. The trout's over there cooking on the fire. It's packed really well. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Some Minnesota kitchen towels. Awesome. I'm gonna put that to use right now. Oh, a voting. Cover up my address. Look at that. A voting, it's like a motherly way of saying, hey, you should probably vote. Like, it's kind of your civic duty. I don't know. Nice card. I'll read that later. Where's these tomatoes? Holy moly. There we go. Wow. That was packaged really well. Here we go. Hopefully not a can of E. coli. So yeah, I'm going to make a tomato pasta dish. It's very simple. I'll show you guys how to do it. It's literally, yes, here. What are you doing all the way over there? Come on over. Come on. Let's go. Come on. All right. So super simple. The Italian juice here, go-go juice. Put a lot in there. I mean, what, you know, why not? Like the whole bottom of the pan covered in olive oil. Canned tomatoes. Just crack her open, make a huge mess. Oh, it's actual sauce. I thought it was gonna be whole tomatoes. All right. And just a little bit. I don't know if it's just OCD. Definitely not using that lid to shake her up. I just don't like to leave like really any little bit of tomato in there, so I just take a little bit of water. Just like that. And we'll add a little bit of heat, get this all warmed up. Look at this. See that? Look at that. Look at all, like, I literally just opened up a can, just exploded everywhere. Already putting the Minnesota towels to work here. Look at that. Boom. Thanks, Mom. And just to make sure that doesn't burn, I'm just gonna stir it. Fish is looking really good. I'm doing a slow cook, so you get a little bit of that. Here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Here, hold on. Let me turn off the burner. You hear the coyotes? Alright, so sauce has been reducing for a little bit here, and I'm going to, just use my hands, because why not? This is already pre-cooked fettuccine, al dente, that's the key here. We want this all to kind of come together, and that's it. That's really it. I mean, very simple. Just a little bit of marinara sauce, olive oil, and I'm not even going to put any salt or anything on it. I'm just going to leave it as is. That's kind of the way Italian food, to me anyways, is supposed to be. It's supposed to be robust, earthy. I mean, these tomatoes were grown in my mother's garden. I think the herbs were as well. Maybe the garlic, I'm not sure. But yeah, just earthy, whole, rich, fresh, just awesome. I mean, just awesomeness. This is going to go so well with the trout. It's you know, going to be very acidic, which is just going to balance out the very fatty, basic trout. And then with just the pesto is going to bring it all together. It's going to be awesome. I have very high hopes for it. And yeah, that's it. Like, now that it's warmed up, cut off the heat, it's ready to go. The trout's almost ready. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you expect me to say? That's just, I mean, you already know. You already know. I don't even have to say it, but I will. It's awesome. It is so good. The smoky, fatty flavor of the fish, and then that piney flavor of the pesto is just, oh man, is it good. It is so good. You pair it with the gabagool.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool.
For what? the gabagool.
I don't really know what that is.
Wow. Thanks, Mom. That is awesome. The tomatoes are so rich. All right, Remy. I'm full. Think you can handle eating the rest? There's a lot there. Do you think you can handle it? Okay. What do you give it? 0 out of 10. What do you think? Was that pretty good? Well, that ends the video here. It's been a blast. You know, we went from being up in central Saskatchewan back down in the prairies. You know, just a lot of fun. I'm going to finish the rest of that trout and pasta. Like, I can barely even talk right now. I'm just like, my mind just like, it's just like, eat, what are you doing talking? So I'm going to get to it, but subscribe. Thanks for watching, and yeah, follow along. It's gonna be an amazing fall. The sandhill cranes and the ducks have been flying all around. It's just been incredible. So it's gonna be a great fall, great content. Yeah, thanks for watching.